feeling?
Another next day. I expected to be in the, to be where we are. I was hoping that we'd be one of those top 8 seeds, but it didn't happen. And that was kind of the goal going into the whole thing. But we get into the tournament, you see what happens, and so from on to the next thing.
Coach, I know you don't look at projections, but a lot of the projections had Albany, some had Villanova, some had St. Francis. When Sanford came up,
That's why I don't pay attention to those things in the first place. I mean, uh, I've been dealing with bowl projections and all that stuff for a long time, and very rarely are they correct. And you just don't know. It's just something I don't really concern myself with things that are out of my control. You wait and see, and then find out what it is, and then you deal with it. So, it'll sure we got it. And Sanford, it's a program that has a lot of history, a lot of tradition, and we look forward to playing them.
Coach, speak to the fact that 4 Horizon League teams are in the playoffs. Or, I mean, not Horizon, Missouri Valley, I'm sorry.
Well, I thought it'd be more. I mean, it's obviously the premier conference in the FCS, but there's a lot of good football played. You just watch it, week to week. You watch the film and you look at the results against, FCS teams against, Power Five and everybody else, and it goes to show you it's a lot of there's some good football being played out there.
How do you feel about the matchup with Sanford?
Don't know anything about them, to be honest with you. Not worried about that right now, and got to start getting familiar with them later on today. We'll go clean up what we need to clean up from yesterday. Still kind of working through that, and then we'll move on and treat it like the next. Like obviously they're a good football team. We know that, and we won't approach any different than we have all year, and that use this week to get better. Hopefully, we'll be ready to play our best football come next Saturday.
How big is it to be able to play that first one at home?
It's great. I'm glad that it worked out that way, and get another home game, and get to play in front of your home fans, and I'd much rather play at home, especially with Thanksgiving coming up.
is this week different, Coach, because of that? I mean, the holiday kind of caught in the middle there, and practice schedules and that, or?
No, I mean, yeah, we'll adjust the practice schedule a little bit, but I think I always think it's a little bit of a benefit, when the kids aren't in school. I'm not sure when are our kids. Are they off Wednesday too? Yeah, so we'll have a couple days there where they're off. We'll get a little more access to them, and we'll adjust it accordingly, adjust our schedule accordingly, and we'll be we look forward to it. We'll be ready to play come Saturday.
Coach, what's it mean to return this team to the playoffs? Obviously you coming back from this area. It's been 10 years since they've been to this point. Does it mean anything special to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of these kids and proud of that. That I believe we've come a ways in the last year and year to last year and a half, whatever it is, and but I'm not. I was really disappointed we didn't do it a year ago. I thought we would have done it a year ago, and it didn't happen. And so yeah, to kind of get it over the top. I think it's been a while. I don't know how long, but yeah, that's what we're in it for. We're in it to win and to compete for a national championship, and this puts us in. You have an opportunity. Can't win it unless you get in, right? So.
How does it compare to going to a big nationally recognized bowl game at one level and being here and saying, you know what, we can win the national championship? Just mentally for you, the difference in.
It's just a different path. This is a lot more games. You have to play and that type of thing. But the programs I was in, it was always. I mean, that's what you wanted to do, is compete for a conference championship and ultimately a national championship, and that's really what you're in it for here. It's just a little bit different path to go to. Sometimes when you're going to a bowl, if it's not the national championship game, which obviously I had the opportunity to coach in a couple times, and if it's not that, then yeah, it's still important because it's your next game. It's important for the program. It's important for the kids. It's the seniors' last game. So this is just a different path. But this is exciting for our players.
Yeah, Coach, obviously with the playoff drought, the players here are accustomed to playing 11 or 12 games a season. Is there any concern that if you have to get to 13, 14 games, if you guys make a run, that eventually the wear and tear is going to start to set in?
Well, I can tell you the wear and tear will set in with everybody. That's a lot of football games. I coached in the NFL for 9 years, and you play 16 every year. You realize that the grind that it is, and that this will be a grind. But that's what I've been challenging our team with. Is as you move on, keep moving forward throughout the year. You know, somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to be mentally tough enough to do it, and it's not just the grind to get through and win football games. It's the grind to prepare. It's the grind to prepare and win games during the week. And that's what it comes down to. Saturdays, yeah, it's important and making plays, but if you don't do it during the week, it's not going to happen on Saturday. And I think our kids have understood that. I think that's the difference so far between last year and this year. Our kids were willing to pay the price, and we've become more consistent, during the week.
Oh, so Leroy said, everyone's 0-0, it's an even playing field now. Kind of approach it that way?
Absolutely. It's win or go home. So let's go. Let's see what we got, and that's the kind of challenge you want.
Do you have any more confidence in the offense after the last two games? You guys scored some touchdowns, put some points on the board yesterday, obviously.
Absolutely. We're moving I believe we're moving in a good direction. We tweaked some things. We moved some things around. I think we're playing well on offense. And I thought we played, yesterday was weird. Obviously we started off real fast, which we needed to do. And, it kind of snowballed on that team. But the week before we played well. And like I said, we needed to finish. We finished yesterday. We finished some drives. We hit some. We got our backs out in space. So we threw the ball very efficiently. We just got to keep it going in that direction. I like what we're doing.
The secondary's been good most of this year. Last two games, given up a few big plays here and there. I know one of them was a fluke where the guy fell down. But is there anything specific that needs fixed in the secondary to get ready for?
We just got to get more detailed. We just got to get back to a couple things that happened that shouldn't have happened, and we'll be all right there. I have a lot of confidence in what we can do.
They kind of knew they were in, kind of excited though when they saw the name finally appear up on the screen.
I'm sure they were. I wasn't in there, but yeah, they should. I think we knew we were. I would assume we all knew we were in, but you never know in this business. How it's going to go.
I assumed you were in there, so that's why.
Huh?
I assumed you were in there, that's why I asked.
No, I wasn't.
How much might it help that you had that expectation so that you can maintain the business-like kind of attitude that has an approach that has gotten you to where you are?
That's why I approach it the way I do. I'm pretty consistent in how I'm not because really what is necessary to keep moving forward doesn't change. You enjoy it. Yeah, you say, yeah, well, we made the playoffs. We got bigger things in mind. At least I do, and I know this football team does, and we'll see. You got to earn your way through it. You got to earn your way to play that next opportunity, and it starts Saturday, and that's where my whole focus will be. It's from here till what time we playing? 5 o'clock next Saturday. That's where my focus will be.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.